Anyone have been here before? And our lunchtime is scheduled at 11 a.m. So we are lucky that we will be the first to have this buffet lunch at the top side area. So we're now at the dockyard of the north backyard area of the island, which is also the neck of the island. So of the 7,647 islands and islets in the Philippines, Corregidor is just one of the 5 islands neighboring Manila Bay and became the harbor defense of Manila by the command of General George Moore. The U.S. Army, and the next building is built for the 91st Coast Artillery Philippine Scouts. Again, 4,000 in each building, 3-story building.
We're gonna stop here stop with the video. I'm gonna show you this. This was apparently the biggest military barracks back in its time. It was apparently also a 7-star, considered like a 7-star or 5-star hotel. It had like a swimming pool on the inside. Now this is back in the 50s or whatever. This is back in whatever year it was, 40s, 50s. But now it's just ruins. So the Philippine Nationals and then the U.S. Army also was here. Stretches all the way, you can see it goes all the way down there, right? This is one complete building. All the way. There's some gaps in between because some of the buildings have fallen down since they've not touched it. Goes all the way, actually goes down a little hill a little bit at the end, but one complete building all the way across. All physical training and everything else was done out here, right across the street from their barracks. So come outside, 5 a.m., 4 a.m., however early. Get it done here in the morning. And go back, chill out in the 7-star pool. So starting off with a salad and fruit and tea for lunch. I have now added some real food, some adobo, some pancit, and cream dory, and a beer. Alright, so we're out here at the highest point in the island. Looks like there's an old bunker. Looks like the bunker is full of trash. An old bunker back in the World War times. As you just saw in that clip, this is the lighthouse. The lighthouse is very run down, I will say. Though it looks like they've tried to maintain it as well as they can. This is the highest thing on the island besides the added antenna tower. You can't go up the lighthouse because there is a sign that says you're not allowed to.
Lowered down by the Japanese when finally the island was surrendered to the Japanese. And in 1945, after the retaking, the American flag was hoisted again here. And finally in 1947, when the Americans completely gave the independence of the Filipinos. And it was here in 1945 where General Douglas MacArthur recites, "I see the old flagstaff still stands. Have your troop hoist the colors of its fleet, and let no enemy ever hold them back."
So where General MacArthur departed for Australia. Alright, so where we're at right now is the Filipinos let the Japanese have a cemetery, or I mean a memorial. This used to be a Japanese military cemetery, but what happened was they wanted a memorial, so they took all the bodies out of here and then they made a memorial. There's a little building over there and then another memorial, and then over here you also have another memorial. I'm gonna walk up to it for you guys. This is pretty nice actually, this one. Monument to the Pacific War dead in the Philippines. It's a nice little monument here. And you got, of course, Japanese writing, kanji and whatever else. So if you're Japanese, you can read it. And then, of course, the Japanese, to honor people, they burn incense and candles. Here's the cannons up here. So this is a pretty cool, interesting fact. It says tribute to the brave Japanese, and you can see Japanese is scribbled out there, right? Well, a really mad American officer of the military was not happy about this being here, about the Japanese being here, because of course it affected his life and many of his friends and his, fellow military members.
.com. I have a blog about Corregidor as well.
So basically the purpose of this is it's gonna reenact how it was to be in the war back then. So it's gonna have, it's called the Malinta Experience, written and directed by 2 national artists. This final tribute to valor, peace, and international understanding. It's like known as the light and sound show, so we'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to film in there, but I'll give it a shot. Alright, so after that we're going back to back to Manila. That was quick. I thought we were gonna leave at like 4, but we're leaving right now. It's like 2:15. So let's do it. Back on the boat, going back to Manila. My review on the light and sound show was kind of unimpressed, honestly. It cost an extra 200 pesos, so an extra $4, but I was kind of unimpressed by it. But basically, just you go through the tunnel, as you saw. I'll show you some pictures of it. I couldn't video record, but it wasn't worth it. It was not video material. Basically, it's just a show. Some guy talks, and then eventually it shows us, a little statue art here. Then it shows a video. Then you keep going down, back and forth, and it shows a progression of the war. So that's about it. But going back to Manila now. So pretty quick tour.